we just to show that we do read the comments made. We ignore the criticism, obviously, and we masticate over the good ones.
Frantically shuffling the wheel.
Look at me masticating over. It's one of the best Top Gear episodes ever. Well done, boys, you finally beat Jez. I'm not really in that one.
Have you noticed how the positive ones are a lot shorter than the negative ones?
Very disappointed in the class and in the driving.
Disappointed?
Yeah, so anyway, this week's show, we have...
Come on, Mustang, you are going to beat the train. Ha ha!
Following the excitement of the 600 horsepower Mustang racing across Europe, the Bugatti and all the other exciting cars, the Viper and the LFA and the Aston Martin.
Try not to look smug, James.
Oh, hang on a second.
God, he just sodded off.
Oh, now come on.
Oh. May? This is the right fuel for a Viper, isn't it?
Funny.
Well, how do you...
Funny.
We can't get it in the tank.
This week we have a Kia C''D, a very, very long, thorough road test of that. Takes about actually 25 minutes.
So we're not doing that. Are we allowed to do this?
What?
The forwards.
And punt! Yes! No! Yes!
Now we also have a road test, a comparison test between a Ford Focus, a Vauxhall Astra and a Renault Megane.
It's called the VXR, and on paper it certainly appears to be terrible rubbish. This is a damn good car. It's solid, good looking and very, very fast. Because it's a hatchback, it's practical as well.
I don't know who he is.
I don't know.
He's
got a carpet shop, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got a carpet shop in Hull. So that's this week's show, and now the three of us are going to go out on the track and drive the Vauxhall Astra, the Ford Focus and the Renault Megane, because we're interested in them. We are back in the playground!
And it's terrible! Look! I'm in this bit of the playground.
We're back!
We've got Cumberland sausage today.
Hey! James is only really interested in the free food. We are back. We've been extremely busy.
You will find the source of the River Nile.
We would take up the challenge, no matter what the perils, no matter what the hardships, no matter what.
I had a cold shower this morning. My penis was like a press stud. Again.
Nobody is allowed to use my car as a lavatory anymore. Have you chosen what you're having for lunch yet, James?
No, I can't decide. Maybe the sausage.
Okay, he's genuinely turning that over in his mind.
That's why we're not hearing too much from James. Many, many interesting cars are going to be featured in the forthcoming series.
Now, Top Gear is not very popular in Mexico because of some comments that were made on the show. And unfortunately, the man who made those comments, our Director of International Relations, Boutros Hammond.
Look at me. Power. Oh, everything's rubbish.
We have obviously the new Range Rover. We have a collection of hot hatchbacks.
It's man versus machine. Look at that, it's beautiful.
We have Zon, not the Zon, but the
Huayra.
which is on this Sunday.
But where the Bugatti Veyron is four-wheel drive, this is only rear-wheel drive.
So, here goes.
New Kia C''D, which of course is our reasonably priced car, and I've given it one of my very, very thorough tests with the help of no other words, some of the biggest A-list stars in the entire world have helped me test that car thoroughly.
Go up the pitch together in formation so we can pass straight up, but be ready to come back down again.
James May, okay? Ram him whenever you see him. Really hard.
And you can quite easily do a handbrake turn around the post. That's all you have to do. Any questions? Winger!
Oh! Violent move there, must be James.
Rubbish. No, but your bloke knocked that out.
He didn't!
He did!
He didn't!
He did!
I'm going to go and ask the ref. Whose throw-in was that? It's the worst referee I've ever come across.
And at the end, you can be sure you'll know whether or not to buy one.
Yes, because we are known for our consumer advice.
We'll have covered every single thing. Can you, for instance, play rugby in it? Oh, well, obviously, we've had the Lexus LFA. That is a B-2 stealth bomber coming into land at Nellis. Actually, it's turning to come over us.
Yeah. Oh, we're not supposed to be able to see it, are we?
The Aston Martin Vanquish.
And a new Viper.
And the new Viper. We've driven those across America.
This is a nerd fest. That's for old fools. That is a proper, honest Gran Turismo.
It's not, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I won't have
It's
that.
very pretty, yes, but it's
What,
harking
it's harking back to the past, and
Yes,
a
it
car
is.
with an engine from the 1930s isn't.
Remember the race?
We've got a big race across Europe, public transport versus a very fast Ford Mustang.
Come on, Mustang. You are going to beat the train. Ha ha!
And then we've done many other things.
Yeah. You've seen Top Gear. It's like that, but new.
Well, that's what genuinely, that's what it is. It's three fat old men, one of them with senile dementia, falling over and catching.
I don't think you've got senile dementia, I just think you go on a bit.
It's going to be a good series.
Seriously, genuinely,
Great.
you think he's making it up. He is like this. He's like this. What's happened is, ladies and gentlemen, is that last week he turned 50. You would never know. He's just as sharp as ever.
But the glee for James was waking up and becoming officially the age he's always been. Must have been amazing. It's today! I've been there for 50 years.
Yes, I was.
But I'm now 50.
Congratulations, Mrs. May. You've given birth to a 50-year-old.
Hello, TopGear.comers. Ordinarily, you'd have Jeremy, Richard, or James talking to you right now, but unfortunately, they've been off playing car tennis all morning, so you're stuck with me.
Serve.
Here we go, this is a good one.
However, we have a pretty fabulous episode lined up for you this week, which includes Jeremy and Richard designing their take on the perfect old people's car.
It's all going to be changed. All of it.
Can you match the colours of things?
Yeah.
That's the colour we want. Analyse the colour of the hearing aid. Can it do my left nipple? You know, elderly people like to drive quite slowly.
Yeah, like James.
So this is what I've done.
Brilliant, so it only reads 20, even if they're doing 80 miles an hour.
115.
First impressions, what do we think?
It's wonderful.
And of course, we are joined by none other than James McAvoy. He once crashed a golf cart with Michael Fassbender into another car. So let's see how he gets on at the wheel of our Kia.
It's promising, there's potential. It could be a contender. Go fast as I can while still being able to stay on the track.
Now, he's the last guest this series, but don't worry, we've got plenty more in store for you.
Thank you very much. Oh! There you go.
The speed machine is coming through. Nothing wrong.
Tune in next week We've got a very, very special in store for you. This one's unmissable.
I'm inside the OB truck that we use to film Top Gear from here at Dunsfold, and you can probably see 5 monitors. They're the 5 cameras that we use to film the show, and in about 5 minutes time we'll be doing rehearsal. We've got a cracker of a show this week. We're kicking off. Jeremy has a power test in the new Toyota GT86.
Well, let's find out. How hard is it to slide this thing at 80 miles an hour the wrong way around the hammerhead? Not hard. Beauregard, non-echoic irony, semantic reversal. Interesting point.
And then we've got one of our classic races. The guys are going to be racing each other, leaving Wembley Stadium in London and going to the San Siro Stadium in Milan. We've also got a great guest this week. Her name's Amy McDonald. She's a Scottish singer who just loves cars. She's an absolute petrol head.
Everyone says it's going all right, but everyone's got amazing poker faces, so they're not letting anything slip.
All in all, it should be a fantastic show.
It's show 2, and we're not as young as we were, and I'm quite tired after show 1. It's one of those big road trips, and it's eaten up all the films in all the shows, so there's no Stig lap, because there's no power test. We'll probably have to borrow some of Brian Cox's show, a couple of minutes of stuff to get it all in. Because what we do, we're going to America, we let Hammond choose, and they've got the LFA.
The LFA looks absolutely epic. I mean, seriously.
Jeremy's in that. The new SRT, can't say Dodge, Viper, and the new Aston Martin. And James has got that. And Hammond's picked the American car. And then they go across, it's a West Coast trip, as opposed to the East Coast where we went last time. And they get up to all sorts of hijinks.
You will race to the border. The last to arrive will cross into Mexico.
Is he going to go to Mexico?
No, they hate us.
Yeah.
Get back! The Lexus. The Lexus.
There's a scene in it, in part 2. We've not done anything like that before, and God, it's good. Real kid stuff, very exciting.
You will be familiar with a game called Laser Quest.
Fighter planes with laser guns.
What planes?
Are they model planes?
Are they remote control? In fact, they were Italian Marchetti.
Tally ho, chaps.
Kill him! Kill him!
They're all over me!
Oh no!
Oh, Captain Slow. You're gonna need to do better than that, my friend.
What else? Mick Fleetwood's on. He's a proper car nut, and we like those because, you know, we're not Graham Norton, we're not Jonathan Ross. They do their job lovely. That's a Porsche starting up. So we've got Mick Fleetwood. We're very happy with him, and he's as taller than Jeremy. Do you know he was 6'1" by the age of 10? And that's it. It's going to be quite a packed show.